The Dassault Falcon 20 is a French business jet and was the first of a family of business jets built by Dassault Aviation. Design and development: Marcel Dassault gave the go-ahead for production of an 8 or 10-seat executive jet or military liaison aircraft, the Dassault Breguet Mr. Re-20, in December 1961. The Mr. Re-20 was a low-wing monoplane with two rear-mounted Pratt & Whitney JT-12A8 engines. The prototype, registered FWLKB, first flew on 4 May 1963 at Bordeaux-Marignac. Under the influence of Pan American, the aircraft was re-engined with two General Electric CF700 engines and some dimensions were increased. Pan American signed a contract to distribute the Mr. Re-20 in the Western Hemisphere and ordered 40 aircraft with options on 120. The re-engined aircraft first flew on July 10, 1964. The first production aircraft flew on January 1, 1965, and both French and American certification was awarded in June 1965. On 10 June 1965, Jacqueline Auriol set the women's world record speed in the first Mr. Re-20 prototype, FWLKB, with an average speed of 859 km per hour over 1,000 km. This prototype was used in the 1966 comedy How to Steal a Million, starring Audrey Hepburn and Peter O'Toole. The deliveries began to the Pan American outfitting facility at Burbank Airport, California. In 1966, the company redesignated the American-delivered aircraft as the Fan Jet Falcon. This later became the Falcon 20. Military orders from Australia and Canada were received. All non-American aircraft were fitted out before delivery at Bordeaux-Marignac. In 1967, Pan American Business Jets Division, a business unit of Pan American World Airways, increased their firm orders to 160 aircraft. Some Falcon 20s powered by General Electric CF700 engines were re-engined with Garrett TFE731 engines under AMDBA Service Bulletin number 731. These aircraft were redesignated with a -5 after the model number. Volpa, Incorporated worked on a program to re-engine Falcon 20s with the Pratt & Whitney Canada PW305 engines, but the program was abandoned before a FAA STC was awarded. FAA Supplemental Type Certificate SA5858SW, held by Dassault Falcon Jet, allows the installation of underwing pylons on the Fan Jet Falcon, Fan Jet Falcon Series D and Fan Jet Falcon Series E. This modification is commonly used to modify Falcon 20s to operate as special mission aircraft with underwing stores. The improved Falcon 200 featured more advanced jet engines and other major improvements to increase range, capacity and comfort. The aircraft proved to be so popular that production did not end until 1988, being superseded by more advanced developments of the Falcon family. The Falcon 20G, HU-25 and Falcon 200 were powered by Garrett ATF-3 engines. A total of 473 Falcon 20s and 35 Falcon 200s were built by the time production ended in 1988. Later developments of the Falcon 20 include the smaller Falcon 10. The larger 30-seat Falcon 30 with a larger fuselage cross-section, which was built and flown, but not developed. And the Falcon 50, an improved three-engine development. In 2012, a Falcon 20 became the first civil jet to fly on 100% biofuel when it performed a test flight for Canada's National Research Council. In 2013, the FAA modified 14 CFR Part 91 rules to prohibit the operation of jets weighing 75,000 pounds or less that are not Stage 3 noise compliant after December 31, 2015. The Falcon 20 is listed explicitly in Federal Register 78 FR 39576. Any Falcon 20s that have not been modified by installing Stage 3 noise-compliant engines or have not had hush kits installed for non-compliant engines will not be permitted to fly in the contiguous 48 states after December 31, 2015. 14 CFRA Section 91.883 Special Flight Authorizations for jet airplanes weighing 75,000 pounds or less, lists special flight authorizations that may be granted for operation after December 31, 2015. Operational history, commercial, corporate, and private use. In April 1973, Federal Express began its Air Express package delivery service using Falcon 20s out of its distribution center in Memphis, Tennessee. At the height of its use, the cargo airline flew 33 Falcon 20s, until replacing it with larger aircraft. A Falcon 20 that carried the first Federal Express Air Express package is now on display at the Smithsonian unregistered trademark S at Voorhees Center at Dulles Airport, Virginia. U.S. Coast Guard. The United States Coast Guard operates a model called the HU-25 Guardian. The Guardian is used as a high-speed spotter aircraft to locate shipwreck survivors and direct slower-moving aircraft and rescue vessels, and interdict aerial and ship and drug trafficking. The first HU-25 was delivered in 1982. By December 1983, 41 aircraft had been acquired. The HU-25 is being replaced by the HC-144 Ocean Sentry, and will be completely removed from Coast Guard service in 2014. On Friday, September 26, 2014, following after 32 years of service, the last operational HU-25 Falcon, the only jet to ever be a part of the air fleet of the U.S. Coast Guard, was retired after landing its final on-duty flight in Corpus Christi, Texas. The Falcon's history of importance in search and rescue, counter-drug missions and as a critical asset during the Gulf War has left a major mark on the USCG's aviation legacy. U.S. Air Force. In 1990, the United States Air Force acquired N-20NY, a Falcon 20C, for use as a test bed at MIT Lincoln Laboratory. In 2006, the USAF also acquired Coast Guard HU-25A-2125, registered as N448TB, for use at Lincoln Laboratory. NASA. In 2011, NASA acquired a former Coast Guard HU-25C for use in Operation Icebridge. The aircraft, based at NASA unregistered trademark S. Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia, is equipped with a scanning laser altimeter to collect data on Arctic surface topography. Variants. Mr. E. Falcon 20, prototype, 1 built. FWLKB. Now stored at Musa Copyright Air Aerospace or Copyright Report Paris, Le Bourget. Mr. E. Falcon 20C, initial production version. Known originally as the standard Falcon 20, both examples converted to D model. Falcon 20CCs, one aircraft similar to the Falcon 20C, equipped with low-pressure tires. Mr. E. Falcon 20D, higher thrust engines and lower fuel consumption and more fuel capacity. Mr. E. Falcon 20E, higher thrust engines, higher zero fuel weight. Mr. E. Falcon 20F, full leading edge droops and more fuel capacity. Falcon 20FH, this was the original designation of the Falcon 200 prototype. Falcon 20G, maritime patrol and surveillance version, equipped with two Garrett I Research ATF3-6-2C turbofan engines. Falcon 20 Hours, this was the original designation of the Falcon 200. Falcon 200, improved variant, powered by two 2360 kg Garrett ATF3-6A4C turbofan engines and with more fuel. First flown April 30, 1980. Falcon Saint. This designation was given to two Falcon 20s used by the French Air Force's systems training aircraft. The aircraft were equipped with the combat radar and navigation systems of the Mirage IIIE, HU-25A Guardian, United States Coast Guard version of the Falcon 20G-41 built. Equipped with two Garrett I Research Garrett ATF3-6-2C turbofan engines. HU-25B Guardian, pollution control version for the U.S. Coast Guard equipped with side-looking airborne radar under fuselage. 7 converted from HU-25As. HU-25C Guardian, drug interdiction version for the U.S. Coast Guard, equipped with a Westinghouse APG-66 search radar and WF-360 forward-looking infrared turret. 9 HU-25As converted. HU-25C Plus Guardian, upgrade of HU-25C, with improved AN/APG-66, V-2 radar and new FLIR turret. All 9 HU-25Cs converted. HU-25D Guardian, upgraded HU-25A, with ANAPS 143B, B3 inverse synthetic aperture radar and same FLIR as HU-25C+. 15 upgraded. Guardian 2, maritime patrol and surveillance version of the Falcon 200. Never put into production. CC-117, Canadian military designation of Falcon 20C from 1970. Famjet Falcon, the Falcon 20 was marketed in North America under this name. Falcon cargo jet, conversion of Falcon 20 to light cargo aircraft. Large numbers purchased converted by Federal Express for overnight courier service. Falcon 20C5, 20D5, 20E-5, 20F5, Falcon 20 aircraft equipped with Garrett TFE-731-5AR2C or TFE-731-5BR2C engines. Also includes adaptation of bleed air, anti-ice, hydraulic, fuel, electrical and engine control systems and installation of ATTCS operators. Civilian operators, a Mexico, private, a United States, USA Jet Airlines, Calita Charters, Ameristar Jet Charter, IFL Group Incorporated. A France, Aerovision, a United Kingdom, Cobham plc, a South Africa, Guardian Air, former civilian operators, a Lebanon, Government of Lebanon, a United States, Grand Air Express, Phoenix Air, FedEx Express, Ameriflight California Air Charter, military operators, a Belgium, Belgian Air Component, a Djibouti, Djibouti Air Force, a Egypt, Egyptian Air Force, a France, French Navy, Iran, Imperial Iranian Air Force, later Islamic Republic of Iran Air Force, Imperial Iranian Navy, later Islamic Republic of Iran Navy, Iranian Revolutionary Guards Corps, a Norway, Royal Norwegian Air Force, a Pakistan, Pakistan Air Force, 3 aircraft in service as of January 2013. Number 24 Squadron Blinders. A Spain, Spanish Air Force, a Sudan, Sudanese Air Force, a Syria, Syrian Air Force, a Tunisia, Tunisian Air Force, a Venezuela, Venezuelan Air Force, former operators, Algeria, Angola, Australia, Royal Australian Air Force, 3 in service from 1967 to 1989. Number 34 Squadron RAAF. A Canada, Royal Canadian Air Force, Canadian Forces, 412 Transport Squadron and Number 414 Squadron RCAF 1970 to 1989 as CC-117. A Central African Republic, a Chile, Chilean Navy, a France, French Air Force, a Guinea-Bissau, Military of Guinea-Bissau, a Ivory Coast, a Jordan, Royal Jordanian Air Force, Jordanian Royal Flight, a Lebanon, Lebanese Air Force, a Libya, Libyan Air Force, a Morocco, Royal Moroccan Air Force, a Nicaragua, Nicaraguan Air Force, a Oman, Oman Royal Flight, a Panama, Panamanian Public Forces, a Peru, Peruvian Air Force, a Portugal, Portuguese Air Force, a South Africa, South African Air Force, a United States, United States Coast Guard. Specifications, data from James All the World's Aircraft 1980-81. General characteristics, crew, 2, capacity, 8 to 14 passengers, length, 17.15 meters, wingspan, 16.30 m, height, 5.32 m, wing area, 41.0 miles squared, empty weight, 7,530 kilograms, max takeoff weight, 13,000 kilograms, power plant, 2A, General Electric CF700-2D2 turbofan, 20 kilonewtons each, performance, maximum speed, 862 km per hour at 6,100 m, cruise speed, 750 km per hour at 12,200 m, stall speed, 152 km per hour, range, 3,350 km, service ceiling, 12,800 m, see also. Related development, Dassault Falcon 10, Dassault Falcon 200, Dassault Falcon 50, aircraft of comparable role, configuration and era, Raytheon Hawker 800, Related lists, list of civil aircraft, references, notes. Bibliography. Collections prototypes, Dassault Mystery 2001 FWLKB Musa Copyright Air Aerospace or Copyright Report Paris, Le Bourget. Dassault Mystery 2001 FWLKB. Musa Copyright Air Aerospace or Copyright Report Paris, Le Bourget April 19, 2010. Retrieved May 11, 2013. External links, Dassault Falcon 20.